Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we spill tea left and right. If you thought Dramageddon 3 was over, well, you may be wrong. Today we're talking about Tati Westbrook and her husband James Westbrook getting into some legal trouble. But before we get into it, let me preface this by giving credit to Without a Crystal Ball, who broke out the story first. Before we get into the story, make sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. I really want to know your opinion on this one. And alright, let's get into the tea. If you guys have been following the tea earlier this year, you know that we got to learn a lot more about Dramageddon 2 from 2019. Sounds like we're talking about some action movie, but no. So last time we heard anything from Tati was when she broke her silence earlier this June, when we got to hear her side of the story, sharing a bit more about what she's going to do about it and so on. This was happening right when Jeffree and Shane were getting all the heat, and we learned that both of them had much more to do with the bi-sister scandal than we thought. And now Tati is getting sued. But how is this all connected? Stay tuned. Now, if you're not fully aware of the whole saga, go watch previous videos to catch up. I'll give you guys a quick recap, even if you're already familiar with the story, just so we're all at the same point. So, over a year and a half ago today, Tati was upset with James Charles promoting SugarBearHair at Coachella due to her and James being very close friends and her owning a company called HaloBeauty about vitamins and supplements. And the company James advertised is a direct rival to Tati's brand. That escalated to a video called Bye Sister, where she called him out and pretty much broke the internet for a hot minute with some alleged accusations, and the rest is history. Probably most of you know how that scandal went down, with James pulling the biggest Uno reverse card and making a complete 180, while people like Jeffree Star were bringing up even bigger accusations towards him. But yeah, all of that happened because vitamins, and now we're on that topic once again. I mentioned earlier that Tati finally came out with her side of the story and how everything went down from her perspective. And in that video from a few months ago, she added that she cannot fully disclose everything due to having a legal team and representatives involved, insinuating that she is going to sue certain people for damages on her brand and so on. Now that we've summed it up as fast as possible, let's talk about what else we now know. So, Tati and her husband James Westbrook are being sued by the partner of Tati's mentioned company, which is HaloBeauty. Neither Tati or James have put out statements so far. So there are some theories that we're going to take a look at. Of course, everything is alleged, not confirmed. Only one side of the story is now confirmed. Okay, so we have a few screenshots from the lawsuit, which I'll credit to SpillSesh on YouTube. She managed to find receipts from her video on the topic. From this screenshot, we can see that the partner of Tati and James Westbrook was an old friend and colleague of James. The split was 50-50 at first. The lawsuit states that the Westbrooks were not happy with owning only 50%, which is before when the business took off. They offered to give the partner 2/3 of the business, and Tati would use HaloBeauty as an umbrella brand for any future business launches, including skincare, makeup, fragrances, and etc. So the partner agreed. HaloBeauty's first launch was a success. As a result, Tati became highly profitable and made a bunch of money. The Westbrooks made millions of dollars on the 16.66% of the business that their partner gave them. The partner and HaloBeauty set out to launch more products. Further on, the document states that the Westbrooks got greedy, and instead of honoring their agreement, they cut a separate deal to launch a cosmetics product and eyeshadow palettes without their business partner and HaloBeauty. Future launches in cosmetics, fragrance, and etc. were planned separately without the partner or HaloBeauty participating. And as a result, their business partner and HaloBeauty have been robbed of the benefits of the agreement that the Westbrooks have not honored, and they continue to profit off of it. So to sum everything up, Tati and her husband James had 50% of HaloBeauty at first, while their business partner had the other half. And allegedly, they wanted to reach an agreement to have 2/3 of the brand, while HaloBeauty can be the mother company of any other brands Tati wants to develop, which includes cosmetics, fragrance, skincare, as I previously mentioned. That means that the partner that they initially had would now only have 1/3 of HaloBeauty and would profit from future companies that are under HaloBeauty's umbrella. So now he's accusing Tati and James of fraud, breach of contract, and negligence. Tati and James pitched the idea that HaloBeauty could reach the value of $3 billion, which is insane. Jeffree Star's name is also mentioned in this lawsuit. Tati allegedly mentioned that Jeffree Star Cosmetics was offered $500 million just for his brand from L'Oreal. Basically, she said that they can build up HaloBeauty in a similar way. Tati mentioned that she has a big circle of influencers that could promote the brand, including Jeffree, James Charles, and others, which is honestly a great way to promote a new brand through influencers. If you guys remember all the business trips in 2016 to 2018, some big brands like Too Faced, Tarte, or Benefit Cosmetics would take beauty gurus for a few days to some private island, give them expensive equipment and other gifts so 10 to 15 influencers can promote the brand. And honestly, that is such a direct way to get consumers, straight to the millions of fan bases that these gurus have. And even if they're not in the millions, they still would have a huge influence and impact on their audience. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. Now I'm going to read you guys the specific way Tati allegedly got their business partner to agree to the initial offering. Miss Westbrook related that she was sitting at her dining room table one night with Laura, Manny, James, and Jeffree when Jeffree disclosed that a nutraceuticals competitor, SugarBearHair, was offering $200,000 for a promotional video. Miss Westbrook told the partner that she asked these influencers not to endorse SugarBearHair because she was launching a competing hair, skin, and nails vitamin. She told the partner that all the influencers turned down the SugarBearHair offer. It says that after an extensive pitch, the business partner agreed. Which means if all of this is true, that would explain why Tati was so upset with James Charles when he promoted SugarBearHair, which obviously we all saw, but this explains it on a whole new level. So maybe everything was just because of vitamins, but at the end of the day, that's just speculation. And from all of this info, we can see that Tati did end up starting her cosmetics brand. Her palette for Tati Beauty was a huge success, so maybe all of that was planned months in advance with the whole agreement, but then clearly it has not fallen through. And that definitely makes Tati and her husband look shady in this whole situation, but now people are questioning her last video where she insinuated that there will be legal action against some people, but she never specified. And if you remember, she also had a script prepared so she didn't slip up and say too much on the topic if there was any legal actions taken. Some even said the whole "I will be taking legal action" talk was to distract from this lawsuit. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think that this is too far, or is it strategic? Or are Tati and James shady and unprofessional with everything mentioned above? Let me know what your opinion is. That's it for today, you guys. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week. All right, bye.